You want it all, but you're no longer a child.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
Brews, booze, and horror movie reviews. Your final bros have survived.
Yes, we are here with Brian Hotboy LaGrasta.
I have spoken Riz, joined by Shane the North Star Smet.
I have unspoken Riz.
And as always, Mike the Cannibal Gypsy himself.
It's me with the sign language Riz.
And Maddie, the producer and the stick.
What kind of Riz you got, boy?
I have all.
He's got all the Riz.
All Riz, all day. And we are here to talk about Christmas titties.
Ooh, yeah.
Evil.
Christmas Evil.
Evil.
This movie takes place in the beautiful year of 1947.
That is too old for me.
This is the year where you will be waiting for Santa to come down the stairs, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to be terribly disappointed when your brother kind of ruins that for you.
Yes.
And then your parents ruin that for you.
Now, did you guys see this house and say that house wasn't built in 1947?
That is like a...
That's Macaulay Culkin's house in Home Alone. That's not
like
a 1947 house.
That's an 80s house if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that house had solar panels.
So now what's weird about this open is how like Santa comes out of the chimney like he's actually Santa, but it's not Santa. It's the guy who's going to bang your mom.
Yeah, who is...
Is it supposed to be the dad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is 100% the father.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a little sexy games they're playing. Shane, now with your future wife, are you going to do this naughty little Christmas sex games when you're older?
Well, yeah, I just want her to call me her naughty little panda, and then like...
And you're going to dress up as Santa?
No, I'm going to dress up as a panda.
And then eat her pussy out.
As the panda.
Okay.
Christmas Evil is an interesting film.
Yeah.
Because when I was like kind of looking into this, I just thought it would be a horror slasher film. And it's tries to go a little deeper than that.
Dude, it's so much more.
Yeah.
But it's also so much less.
Yes, but...
Agreed. I do agree. A lot of people, if you look through the reviews on IMDb, Matt, like the reviews are really mixed on this because it's more of like peels back the layer of a guy going through it.
Yes. Well, do you know whose favorite Christmas horror movie this is?
Mr. John Waters.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that in the trip.
That
psychopath.
That disgusting, filthy...
Oh, that's a little harsh. He was in the seat of Chucky.
His movies are definitely depraved.
Yeah, they have like this like charm to them.
Oh, they definitely have charm, depraved charm.
Yeah,
They're
depraved charm.
yeah.
The Mike's favorite movie of all time. He's been telling me for years. Pink Flamingos. He every time he goes out to a party, he's like, "Hey, you guys gotta see Pink Flamingos."
What is the goal of
that's how I
that?
pick up girls.
To be the most filthy human on the planet?
Yes.
That's a real classic film.
Ah, so good.
John Waters definitely has an appeal.
He does. He
If
doesn't
you
really
like that
appeal
kind of
to
stuff.
me.
No, of course not.
But
If you're into pure degeneracy, sure.
well, let's use the correct terminology. It's debauchery.
It is debauchery. Stay tuned for Debauchery Fest dates next year.
Yeah, we're gonna sell tickets.
Sure.
We're all excited for Debauchery Fest.
Yes.
Sure.
Let's like I actually want to jump right into the spooky pit for this one because I
Okay.
feel like there's a lot to talk about in this opening scene. So I want to get into it. So let's jump into the spooky pit.
So
Okay.
erotic.
All right, Christmas Evil, released in 1980. This is what happens when Santa's on his game. Directed by Louis Jackson, stars Brendan Maggart, Jeffrey DeMunn, and Diane Hull. I'm pretty sure that the one guy, I'm going to put this movie in real quick.
It's who you're thinking of.
Yeah?
The brother.
Jeffrey
is-
DeMunn, yeah, is from, what is he from? The Green Mile?
Yes, and Walking Dead.
The
He
Frank
is
Darabont stuff, right?
He's what's his name in The Walking Dead? The guy who gets killed in season 2, the old guy.
Herschel?
No. The guy, he's
Dale?
Dale.
Yeah, I get them mixed up because
Wait, he's who in this movie?
The brother.
That's fucking Herschel?
Not Herschel. Dale.
I get them mixed
The
up.
guy
sorry.
who sat on top of the RV with the sniper.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that like calls Shane out on
Yes.
his bullshit.
Herschel was the doctor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Also, he's the captain in The Hitcher, which we just saw.
Yes.
Cool.
Wow.
Cool stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool stuff. And now that we're in the spooky pit, what I could say that we do with this show is we're going to review the horror movie front to back, scene to scene, all the gory, beautiful details. Once we're done with that, we're going to give you our score for the film 1 to 10, no decimals, 1 seagal for a piece of shit, 10 seagulls for an absolute smoking gun, the best of the best porn status type film. We're gonna wrap that up with our best kill of the movie. Obviously, Shane will do his eulogy, wrap it up. That's pretty much what we're gonna do here.
That's it.
It's
Promise
good
you one
conversation.
thing, it's going to be very bigums.
Always
It's
bigums,
gonna be so
always
bigums.
some laughs, always a good time. Usually some brews. I know we're kind of winding down for the night, but I do got
Yeah.
finishing on my black cherry wildfire.
Me too.
Bruce.
Okay,
I need somebody to explain to me the opening scene.
I got you real quick.
Yep. So that's
They don't
why-
they don't go into real detail with it until the end.
Yes.
Unfortunately, so like I did miss on this big time, bigums, in when I first watched it. So essentially, they're waiting for Santa to come down the chimney. It's a mom and her 2 kids, not Ricky and the brother like in Silent Night, Deadly Night, but 2 brothers. I think is it Harry and Phil?
Yes.
I think it is Harry and Phil. But yeah, so the Santa comes down the chimney, literally goes down the chimney. The mother gives him a look, so that's kind of weird. As a viewer, you're thinking, is this the dad? Is this Santa? Who is this? But in any case, he's in they leave cookies out for him and everything. And then there's a point in time where the brothers are talking. Then the mother is going to be go over to Santa. The kids are going to go upstairs. But the one kid is going to see that Santa is getting very frisky with mom.
Yeah, like Santa's like doing this like leg rubbing thing. Like he's like really like rubbing her stockings.
It's weird to see because you understand that Santa has a really busy night ahead of him.
Yes.
Right? He's got to deliver to all the people across the planet. So for him to be fondling mom like that, taking the time to really get in her cooch is and mom enjoying it.
And now is she pulling the hat up like that to symbolize something?
Oh, like that's not the only thing that's going up.
Yeah.
But see, like, he's just slow petting her.
Yeah.
It's the foreplay.
He kind of takes this really,
He takes this really hard.
really, really negatively. So much so that he really hits his emo arc early.
Yeah. Cut his wrist into pieces with a snow globe. Right? You get it? Because I'm going back to the Papa Roach references from earlier.
Now, you really won't.
You like that shit?
See, the miss with this movie is it's very unclear why he starts hitting his emo arc, because you're like, okay, is he really disturbed that his mom is banging Santa? I don't think out of the get-go they explicitly state that it's the father and mother until
Right.
the end, until the brother says that he made it clear, and that's why he yells at him at the end for like something he said to him 6 years ago about Santa not being real. But the whole idea is that by this being his dad, his brother told him that Santa's not real, and he takes that really badly.
Yeah. Now, do we passion bump the slow petting?
I think that's some pretty heavy petting.
I
and
think
we can,
it is.
We can
I
go right to the
think
passion
it
bump.
is.
Lewis Jackson.
Passion bump. Passion bump. Passion bump.
That's supposedly the name of the film, and Christmas Evil is an alternate name, but it's referred to as Christmas Evil.
Yes. Because You Better Watch Out is now that new movie that was stupid.
That was a stupid fucking movie too.
Yeah. Did you ever see the new Better Watch Out? Not new. It came out, what, like 6 years ago now?
No.
It's the one where it's like Home Alone, but if the kids actually were murderers.
The fucking main kid is the most annoying thing in the entire planet.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Like, that movie would be better if the main kid just wasn't so annoying.
Yeah. He's also too smart for a 10-year-old.
Yes.
It's actually quite frustrating to watch
He
that movie.
he has too much, like, his ability to pre-plan and his proactiveness to pull off several murders over one night at the age of
actually
12
crazy.
while also drunk on wine is honestly kind of insane.
Yeah.
So this movie kind of gave me the vibe of Silent Night, Deadly Night mixed with Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. And the reason why I say that is because it's weird because it's the slasher where this guy kind of like is in his like stalker killer arc.
Yes.
But at the same time, he's going through a mental crisis because people at work make fun of him and he's like dealing with other people's bullshit. People are taking advantage of him and he's like really breaking. He also stalks little kids.
Yeah, okay. So me and Mike actually had this conversation on the way here. Is there pedophile undertones? Not that he is a pedophile, but it kind of like almost.
Yeah. So the answer to that question, if you were to ask me, is actually no.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I don't think he's a pedophile either. I just think he likes the innocence of children.
Yes.
In a non-creepy way.
I think his innocence was robbed from him.
Yes.
And I think he's kind of living through other people's innocence. And for people that are naughty, he's just taking notes. But the fact that he's taking notes doesn't make him any less of a stalker. I don't think he's a sexual like predator.
Agreed.
I just think he's a stalker.
He's definitely like weirdly obsessed with that one girl though.
Because she's a good girl. Yeah, because she's
He's
like really
calling her
good.
like a really good girl.
That's the thing though. Like, and yes, it comes off as like creepy. And it is creepy, but I don't think it's sexual. I think he's just actually like, she's a good child. If he would just say good child and not good girl, I think it saves a lot of like. But
Tell you what, he's not doing himself any favors when he walks down the street and calls her beautiful.
yeah, he does do that.
Shit like that. What is he expect is gonna happen here? He's fucking wielding a fucking solo blade. He's not gonna cut himself.
Yeah. He's not bright. I do think he might even be on the spectrum a little.
He looks autistic.
Yes.
Like the way he plays this character. He doesn't do like necessarily like a bad job. It's just like one of those movies where like it's a character piece. Like he's really going through a mental breakdown.
Yes, and that's the whole point of this movie is you're watching a guy lose his grip on reality and go insane.
Yep.
Right. And he like keeps this fucking, it's not even a book.
It's a compendium.
Yes.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Of these kids that he watches, presumably every single day of his life.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, he's not a good guy, obviously.
No,
but
he is not.
he needs to be locked up in not a jail. He needs medication.
He needs medication and
needs, like, a mental
therapy
hospital.
at the minimum.
Yes. Like, he needs to talk through his issues and not spy on people from the roof with binoculars.
Seems like he really blames his brother for this, and I feel like maybe his brother is to blame a little bit because like I feel like the way that their dialogue is at the end is that like his brother tries to keep in touch with him, but I feel like could have probably have done more to bring him back. It just
Yes.
I don't know.
But the guy's also pretty weak-willed.
Yeah.
If, like, realizing Santa Claus isn't real broke him to this point. Like, that's a little excessive. He's also afraid of female nudity, it seems like.
Yeah, so what the fuck was that?
I just think it's a scarring probably of his mom.
Look at that fucking
Good boys and girls. He literally got good handwriting though. Like look
Great
at the
penmanship.
That's great
But
cursive.
most serial killers do have good penmanship.
Look at Ronnie Black vandalism. The other girl, like a terrible braggart, throws rocks at dogs.
There's this one kid, he keeps like pointing out his like
Kicks over garbage cans.
he's not like hygienic or something.
Yeah, bad hygiene.
Fucking so weird, dude.
Yeah, no, it's strange. Well, you gotta think, though, this is gonna sound crazy,
body
right?
hygiene.
But if this guy actually is Santa Claus, this is like what Santa Claus would have
I
to
know.
determine good and bad kids.
That's like I think like this like the way that this movie ends, spoiler alert, is that they're saying like this guy is the new age Santa Claus.
So he
Like if Santa Claus was never real and that was broken to him, he's going to have to step into the role
Yes.
as this Santa Claus.
So he believed it so much that
He became Santa Claus.
Became Santa Claus.
That is like how I like to imagine this movie end. He actually believed hard enough into becoming Santa
Yeah.
Claus.
That he could actually fly.
Truth be told, he definitely jumps into
A ravine
a
and dies.
ravine and crashes, burns, and is dead.
Yes.
Horribly dead, and the world is better off this way.
Yes.
With that one more psychopath in it and a murderer. But in his mind, he's the next Santa Claus. That's how I'm interpreting the ending.
Tell you what, despite all his flaws, he's got a nice like position at this company he works at.
He also got promoted.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't understand how his behavior does not look like he belongs in leadership.
He does not look like
So
upper management.
That
material.
I don't know who promoted him. He must have been at this role for a long time, and like he gets a lot of phone calls, and he's not a people person.
No.
So what is he doing on the books?
Also, 80s toys look really boring.
Yeah, very dull.
That is literally a man holding lightning. What am I supposed to do with that?
Red man or blue man with lightning.
Like, what do I do with that?
It's good lightning versus bad lightning.
But there was better toys in the 80s. Like,
Hot Wheels.
that's what I'm saying. Like, Legos. Like,
Get yourself a nice Mustang Hot Wheel.
This toy store is like, get your red or blue airplane made of nothing but plastic. Well, the gumball machine looked pretty lit, though.
Yeah.
So this scene so he really loves the line.
Yes.
He loves the toy line, putting together the toys.
Yeah.
It reminds me so much of Gale from Breaking Bad.
Yes. Where he loves
The first time he ever meets Walt, and Walt asks him how he ended up in the lab, and he just explains how he loves chemistry.
Yes.
It's not even about the money.
No,
He
just
respects the chemistry.
Yes.
It's exactly how this guy talks.
He loves the line. I mean, if you could listen to your headphones and chill and maybe get a chair, it's probably not the worst. It's just like super
It's
mundane
monotonous.
and repetitive.
Yeah.
And it's all day and it's the same thing. And you probably get one break for lunch and you're going to keep going and it's going to be brutal.
Yeah, it's just very like I can't imagine doing that for 8 hours a day for my entire life. I actually think that's why like China has to put like the tarps outside of their windows because of how many people jump.
Jesus
like,
Christ.
It's
Because it's all factories over there.
yeah, it's got to be like insane. Like you have to go insane just doing that. Imagine doing that for 30 years.
I think you gotta listen to like podcasts. If I was sitting down and doing it, it would still be tough. But standing up is brutal. Like, that's not fun.
no.
I also don't think this is fun.
Oh god, office like work.
Like-
You're just making calls.
No thanks. What's that shit?
Yeah, fuck that.
I do like this company's slogan.
What was it? I actually don't remember.
We paint our walls clear white.
Do you guys like our wall paint? No. It's something. What's the company name?
Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots. No, Dream.
DreamWorks.
No,
Dream Toys.
Jolly Dream.
Something like that.
Jolly Dream. It is Jolly Dream.
But yeah, it's like if it's not from Jolly Dream, it's not worth having.
I mean, it's good. I do like it. Granted, their toys suck ass.
Their toys are really dull. I do like this. Bell when the workday's done and everyone goes home. That must be fun. I wonder what that's like. That sounds awesome.
Are you saying once your bell rings, you...
No bell, no end time to finish. It's all good. It's all good. But must be nice.
So, Brian, would you trade your job for the factory line?
Honestly, I'm going crazy now.
Give Brian a chair and a podcast. He'll choose the line.
Literally, give me the line.
So, we're talking all this because one of the line workers somehow talks his manager into working the line shift for him so he could go bang his wife early.
He used to be on the line. He takes the line really just like probably didn't want to take it, but was kind of coerced into taking it. And then when he leaves his job, he goes to the bar, right? And he's like, oh, that schmuck Harry took the bait for the line or whatever. And that really sets him off.
That really is what puts him on his murderous path.
Oh, yeah. Because obviously it's another movie where Christmas is not the greatest time for him, I don't think. I mean, I know he's checking his list twice.
So it's like weird, right? Because like he loves Christmas still, but he's also scarred by it.
Scarred by it, exactly. So he's dealing with the scarring of his childhood. I mean, like
There's
his
a lot
mom
of scar tissue.
just plowing Santa, potentially getting her muff eaten out by Santa.
I mean, yeah.
He's just going to town eating her cookies,
Oh,
drinking her milk.
Oh, give me some of that breast milk.
We need to talk about the scene where he's like in the bushes.
Just drinking breast milk.
I mean, if he was doing that, it'd be better than what he was actually doing, which was I think he like reaches for that child's face at some point.
Oh my god, he was okay. So, does he go in blackface? Is that technically blackface? What he does in that
He
scene?
tries to conceal his face by like
dirt.
making it darker. I'm not gonna say
So it's
blackface.
dirt face.
Okay.
I don't think the intention was blackface. I think the
Okay.
intention was to conceal his
A
face.
concealant of the face. Okay, that makes sense.
But it was dark. Whatever it was, he like put black shit on his face to blend in. I don't know how you want to consider that.
Yeah, it's not. It's just dirt face. So yeah, he works the line. It doesn't go over. Well, he's kind of upset with everything. He feels like he's taken advantage of, and that's kind of accelerates his naughty list almost.
Oh yeah.
Because his coworker is now naughty,
Yep.
and he's gonna get him later.
Oh, he gets him later in the middle of the night.
Yes, that scene is so dumb.
With literally the most inefficient kill I've ever seen.
Yeah. But like he kind of just like moseys around, right? Like he doesn't really do much for a while. It's a very slow moving movie at first, I feel
Well,
like.
the movie is a slog. I do agree. Like it's a slow going movie where like you're just seeing this guy going through the mundane nature of his life and going through it. He doesn't really talk a lot, but you could see throughout the house. Like he's got Christmas stuff. It's Thanksgiving time. It's not even Christmas yet, right? It's like getting there. But like there's this Thanksgiving parade where he sees Santa and he gets excited.
Right. So
Yeah.
in his apartment in the beginning of the movie, you could see he has a chalkboard up, and it's like 28 days till Christmas. He has written on it.
Yeah, it's getting there.
So
Right, because he watches the Thanksgiving Day parade, right? And he doesn't go to Thanksgiving with his family. He decides to stay home.
right, because he's got plotting and planning to do. Now we
His brother rails his wife in a scene.
see his brother, who's getting all hot and bothered, doing some push-ups.
Yeah.
Then he gets a phone call from
His
Well,
brother.
Harry. Yeah, because is it Thanksgiving?
It's Thanksgiving.
Is he getting some Thanksgiving, maybe some Thanksgiving sex he's trying for?
I think he's stuffing a different turkey.
Oh. But yeah, his brother's in a call, and the conversation is not going to go well because the brother's not coming for Thanksgiving.
No, he's gonna stay home. He's gonna watch the parade by himself. Very lonely, scary behavior. Like to just be home watching the parade by yourself sounds.
I don't think he
Sad.
tells him that,
Does
right?
he remind you guys of the Joker? Like the
Joaquin Phoenix,
Yes,
yes, a little bit.
A little bit.
The way his mannerisms are at times, yes.
I mean, we'll talk about one scene coming up soon where he super glues the beard to his face,
that scene is the best scene in the movie, maybe.
and then he starts manically laughing.
Yeah. Is that now? Like
no. He doesn't. It's when he like
goes full.
actually attaches the beard. He's not just like doing a little try on haul.
I wonder what he's going for here. He's just trying to make himself feel better.
I think he just wants to be Santa. Like he wants to deliver the good, and like he wants children to believe. It
Yeah,
does all stem
yeah.
to his innocence was robbed, and he wants to prolong kids' innocence.
Yeah, it ruined his ability to believe, and he wants others to believe. So he's going to try to materialize that, I guess, is the premise here.
Yeah.
Yep. But obviously, the brother's concerned that he's not going to Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Harry's going to try to continue to morph into a weird-looking Santa Claus person. Yeah, I think he's like doing everything. What the fuck is he doing? Smelling fur?
Dude, he's like unhinged, and like I don't know how someone like this has gone this long with a job and getting promoted. Like he doesn't, it kind of like contradicts itself because he's like so insane, but yet this job's like, we can promote that guy.
I bet he was so good on the line that they're like, let's promote him.
I guarantee he probably always went to work. You know, like these
Yeah.
it's kind of a stereotype, right? He's got a picture of that fucking girl. That's kind of weird.
Dude, I'm
And all these dolls. You know, he's
so
got those
weird,
dolls.
dude, bro.
But like, you have someone that's probably like perfect attendance, does his job, is pretty efficient.
Yeah.
The problem is when you're promoted, your job becomes significantly more strategic, and
He can't handle that.
I don't think he can handle it. That's why he always wants to go back to the line. But like Mike said, now he's gonna hop in a bush and try to beat the shit out of a kid.
Yeah, so this puts the dirt on his face.
This
He's watching the
scene
kid
is-
from the window.
So fucking bizarre. I don't know what happens in it.
I don't understand the fingerprints on the. What is the deal with that?
I don't know. It's all so weird.
He basically inks himself up and puts handprints on there. Is he trying to send a message to that? Like, I don't understand what that's for. That's like the one piece I don't know here. But this is Moss, right? And Moss Garcia has been a naughty kid. He's on his radar as one of the naughtiest. But when they go to the car, Moss sees him there. He sees him in the bushes. He's going to go over to the bushes, but I think he's just too concealed.
Yes, and so the mom actually slaps the shit out of him for like not listening, and I was like, "Oh, that's aggressive." Like,
Yeah. So this scene is insane for a lot of reasons, but the whole time right now, she's calling out his name.
yeah,
So presumably she's looking at him.
yes,
She's standing like 10 feet away. How does she not see that? He runs right to her and she's looking at him.
that's all really good points. She was too busy though getting her pimp hand ready for
She's
this
gearing
slap.
up for the slap.
Yeah, because like, look at this is a good slap.
That's a
It's so fucking not as swift as McConaughey in episode 1 of True Detective, but it's quick.
right.
Yes.
Was she looking? Because McConaughey does a great no-look slap.
Yeah, no, she was looking like she wanted to smack her child as hard as possible.
And like, what was he doing, reaching out for his face like that?
Well, no, I think he wanted to like dirt his face.
Oh, he's
What
trying
was
to
he
mark
going
him.
for?
Yeah,
Like, honestly,
the scene is so.
Now he's just doing chemistry.
that just kind of sounds like a bad judgment call.
Yeah, what's with all the weird dolls? Like, what is the point of the marionettes?
One of the dolls is holding a gun.
Yeah, does he think he could talk to the dolls? Like, what is the deal with the dolls? Is he trying to make toys? Like,
I think he's making the perfect toy.
is he getting ready to be Santa? Like,
He is like the Walter White of toys.
Literally, he cooks like 99% toys.
Yes, it is called Jolly Dream.
What's better, Jolly Dream or American Dream?
The mall? I actually really like American Dream Mall.
I have a feeling you'd like Jolly Dream a lot.
No,
too.
their toys suck, dude. Their toys are actually the definition of fucking mid.
in his mental degeneracy, it just seems like he is trying to be Santa, like the concept of Santa.
Right. So I feel like he's really having a mental break in this whole
Yeah.
first half of the movie. He's literally
Yes.
just prepping to be Santa because he believes it's his calling.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I will be honest. Like watching that again, I'm picking it up. That's not really was made clear to me in this first watch. He just seemed like someone that was like really sick, and I understand he had a bad experience. But it kind of gets into a weird portion where like he's Santa, where it's okay to kill people that wrong him, but he can still be Santa. Like I don't understand. He's got a weird morphed vision of Santa.
Yes. Is this the scene, Mike, I was telling you about where he listens about the children's hospital on the news?
This might be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have subtitles on because there's something said on the TV, and I'm pretty sure I heard it. So I'm curious when it comes up. So just let this scene run while we talk about it because this is where he's like kind of talking to his people, right? And listening to the news about the children's hospital where he decides he needs to actually become Santa, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This hold on.
I know it's
Oh,
surprising.
sorry, Shane.
Here. I think it's this.
These are all the kids.
Yes, it does say it.
Yeah.
I actually rewound the movie 3 times. The hospital that he goes to is the Willow Spring Hospital for Retarded Children. That is the name of the hospital. And when I heard that, I'm like, no. Like, that wasn't the name of the hospital. And I rewound it, and it's like, the Willow Spring Hospital for Retarded Children. And I'm like, fucking hell, the 80s were different.
Yeah, I think that the term was probably
It was
different.
It was used back then, but
Yeah. Like I guess
it's weird hearing a news broadcast.
I know. Like retarded was probably the word for mentally
Yes.
disabled, and it just kind of took on a negative connotation. I don't know.
In the 90s, people just used it as an insult and things like that. But like
I'm sure gay never got a negative maybe it's still
later.
yeah,
Yeah,
if even if, but yeah.
But like, it threw me off hearing it because we live in different times now. So actually hearing it in a movie, I was like, and then
Yeah.
no one batted an eye. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
And this is where he kind of goes off on the corporate overlords. He tells them, like, hey, dudes, like, you guys are money-hungry types. You don't care about people. They're only caring about bottom dollar, investments, big pharma.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he showed up to this office party.
Me too. But
But again, it's all part of the plan.
Because this party has such a negative impact on his life. He leaves. He starts undressing mid-walk. And he does the transformation.
This is it. This is the transformation.
Yes. He's going to become Santa Claus. So he super glues the beard to his face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to ever lose it.
Yeah.
He wants to go full in. He's committed to the bit.
Yeah. So like he does the super glue and he's fucking yanking at that thing and it will not come off.
Yeah.
Have you ever messed around with super glue
Oh,
before?
it's dangerous. That shit is dangerous.
It's crazy.
Do you think it'll stay like that on your skin, though? Like, do you think it actually... I think it would stay, but with resistance, you'd probably rip off skin.
You would. Okay, so if he's pulling hard enough, he would just start peeling his skin off. That's why you need that shit, that like, whatever it is. It's a dissolvent. It dissolves stuff. And then it would come off. But it's still going to be all red and like...
Yeah, you would need to contact like, I don't know if it's poison control or whatever.
It's something like that.
They give you like a drawing a blank on the term.
Me
like
too.
A remedy of some sort to get rid of it.
You're going to have some serious burn scars.
Ooh.
Born squish.
So it's a bad time.
It's also, like, really gay.
Super guy.
Becoming Santa?
Yeah.
No! Oh, I'm Shane. Oh.
I don't think I've ever done that.
You've always done that.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry
Oh.
Christmas.
Okay.
I've given some of the ho, 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 ho. Right?
That's the thing.
That's I do that.
You do.
If I came here full beard like that, you gonna let me do the whole podcast like that, or are you gonna be scared and ask some questions?
Can I get a yank?
Yo, of course you can get a yank. You gonna yank?
If I take a yank and that shit is superimposed on your face, either you're gone or I'm gone.
So someone is gone.
Yeah.
That's a disturbing pull to see what happens. It'd be scary.
Yeah.
Be careful with super glue, folks.
Yeah, don't mess with that shit. It's dangerous.
That gorilla glue.
It's almost as dangerous as Harry over here, who he's gonna start. He just starts murdering indiscriminately.
He like passes the church, right? And
Yes.
like that's like where he starts the murder spree because the church is got people that are like making fun of him on Christmas. I mean, he is delivering gifts to the good kids on his list in his Santa rape van.
We got to talk about the van.
You want to talk about the van? It is a rape van, right?
It is
Of course, it's a fucking van.
It's 100% a rape van.
That he just painted a sleigh on the side of it.
Is this
Yeah.
him going to the hospital?
Yeah, the retarded children's
Yep.
hospital.
Yep, that's where he's going.
Yeah.
So he's delivering all of the toys, which I'm assuming are the ones that he had in his house. But the church service is the most bizarre thing.
Yeah, because like it's so the children's hospital, he just gives out toys, but at the church they like ridicule this man for being Santa. It's like so unrealistic. I thought Stephen King wrote it because like why are all these churchgoers just randomly going to insult a man for being Santa
On Christmas Eve.
It actually like it makes no sense at all. But this is really cool because he shoves the fucking thing in the guy's eye.
Good kill. Yeah,
And then he
nutcracker in
just-
the eye, axe to the head.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they just starts axing people.
I think he kills three here.
Three people.
Yeah.
2 males and a female. I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
And then he fucking scampers away into the sleigh.
Yeah, and I do love how he starts calling the names of the deer in the sleigh.
Yes. On Prancer and Dancer and Cupid and Vixen, Blitzen and Ditzen and Dancer and Vixen. Yeah, you get most right, Mike.
If I was one of those reindeer, I'd probably be Blitzen. That's just so badass.
I'm gonna say Brian would be Rudolph because he kind of like steers the ship.
Yeah.
I kind of come off as Prancer.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And Mike's like a vixen.
Now, see, Mike said he was Blitzen.
Oh, Blitzen.
But do you think Mike's Vixen?
Well, he's definitely.
What about Dixon?
I'm Prancer. I feel Prancer. Now, Matt, I think he's Donner.
Definitely Donner. Donner Party.
Yeah. Donner's one of them, right? I think it is.
I think
Do
so.
I need to look up the?
Yeah,
Yes, actually, look up Santa's reindeer.
I know there's a Dasher.
Oh, maybe I'm mixing him up with Dasher.
Now,
Comet, Cupid, Donner.
Donner and Vixen.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
So is there no Prancer?
There is a Prancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in the front, I'm pretty sure.
is there Dixon?
Definitely not a
You
Dixon.
got Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
Okay, yeah. Matt is Donner. I'm definitely
I
Prancer.
gotta be Vixen.
You're Vixen, and Brian's Rudolph.
Are you
'cause-
calling me Rudy?
Yeah, because you steer the ship. Like, you are the cog that makes this thing go.
I think we're all the cogs, but I have the red nose. Yeah, if we were to like loop our friends in and name everyone a fucking reindeer, we're gonna assign people reindeers.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Like Benanthi is definitely
Fucking Dixon.
Who would be Cupid?
Cupid's tough.
Like,
What else do we got over
who's
there?
the smoothest motherfucker?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who would Cupid be? Give us the first reindeer.
Blitzen.
Blitzen has like Danny written all over it.
I feel like Blitzen's like somebody who's fast. Blitzen.
Okay.
maybe Comet, Cupid.
Okay, so it says Dasher comes from German word Dasher, which means purse maker. Comet is
Damien.
Comet is known for kind, gentle, helpful, and generous.
Oh, that's
Damien.
That's me.
I changed it. Damien's Comet. I'm going to make Benanti Dasher. I could see Benanti making a purse.
He's definitely a handyman.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that. All right. Yeah, but you're definitely Donner. Like,
So-
you scream Donner.
But going back,
I hope that's not- I
he
hope
goes
that's not an insult.
he goes to like back to the work gala, right?
He does.
And then he is. Do you see what was in his bag of tricks? Like his bag of toys? They were all creepy fucking dolls.
Yeah. Okay. Whose bag do you trust more? I was been waiting to ask this question all night. His bag or Art the Clown's bag? Whose bag is safer?
Well, knowing what we know, Art's
Art the Clown can't be safer.
Can't
It
be.
just can't be.
But like those dolls are kind of creepy.
Art's got that what'd you call it? Cold machine.
You mean cold gas?
Yeah.
Straight cold gas.
Cold gas machine.
Yeah, I like this movie is now it's a lot of like a psychological study of this man with children.
This is an interesting speech
He
here.
gives a whole
Yeah,
fucking
this
speech.
monologue is interesting. Where he's like, you're going to be good or you're going to be bad. But if you're bad, you're going to get something horrible.
Yeah.
It's basically a threat.
Yes, but I also like how he sees everyone's nervousness, so he just goes, ho, 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 Santa. And everyone's like, oh, this is normal now.
He is the life of this party. He's like dancing and shit.
Yeah. But now
And then he goes back to,
he tries to climb down a chimney.
clearly doesn't fit.
Well, because no human fits in a chimney. That's how the girl's dad died in Gremlins, to go back to it.
Yeah.
So this is the guy that made him cover his shift, right?
Yes.
So he has 4 kills in this movie.
Yes. Because he does eventually get into the house. And so this is the thing. The guy's sleeping in bed with his wife. He puts a pillow over that man's head and is suffocating him for like 45 minutes. How does the wife never wake up?
She's in fucking REM sleep.
She's in
Shane.
fucking Brian mode if I've ever seen it. There is nothing waking that woman up. But like, no, realistically, like anyone would wake up during that.
Agreed.
Even Brian is waking up.
He's
during that.
smothering this dude in the bed
next to her.
Like when your bed moves, you usually wake up.
The thing is, because they show the bed, that's probably a twin. Like,
It's not a big bed.
it's not. That ain't no fucking king. That ain't no California king.
Dude, he's a big guy. He is really pushing
Is
hard.
it bigger than Dewey's bed?
That's a question for Mike.
Well, it's a
Oh,
twin.
yeah, it's way bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, because Dewey was rocking 2 people in a full.
But this is a sick kill, though. How he kills this dude is pretty crazy.
Wait, he cuts his throat with the star.
Yeah. Do you see how he like lunges for him?
Yes. Also, his wife really
Look at
struggles.
his lunge.
It's a good death, and to be fair, I'm going to say deserved.
Yeah, she just like stands there in absolute shock.
Because he was an asshole once. He deserved to die.
Yeah.
I know.
Fuck that guy. What are you going to say? It wasn't deserved because he had a wife and kids, and to be fair, was probably a pretty nice guy other than being an ass one time.
But I guess this is where I'm a little confused too. So he like sees the kids and he gets like joy, but like he knows he did something wrong.
Which is why he runs away.
Yeah, he like kills the guy and then runs. So he knows it's murder.
Yes.
So like that's like I guess where I'm struggling. He's justifying he can be Santa by murdering.
He's like torn between wanting to be like a good Santa or Bill Goldberg Santa.
You know, I think it is. I think his punishment is murder. I think like if you do wrong, you deserve to die.
Yes, but if you do good, you get a creepy toy. To be fair, I think I'd rather be naughty because death might be better than getting one of those dolls.
Oh, man.
What, did you see them? They're terrifying.
And you know what's really crazy about this? So the brother hears about all the shit that's going on,
Yes.
and he automatically associates it with his brother murdering these people.
Yes, he instantly thinks his brother is the
on the
killer.
phone call, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. I also love the usual suspects lineup they do with Santas.
Very
where
funny.
like fucking
They're
Stephen
huge.
Baldwin's like, drop the broken bags or whatever. It's actually incredible.
I think, yeah. So the I guess Harry's the older brother.
Yes, that's Phil.
So it's not here. It's when he's on the phone with him that he reveals the details about like how a conversation when they were 6 years old completely changed the trajectory of his life.
So why does he trash the factory though?
It's a great question. I think maybe because these toys are going to kids that don't deserve them. I really don't know. It's a good
either
point.
that or the toys aren't up to his standard.
Yes.
He was making like statements saying like I told them to do this, told them to do that. So I'm thinking that that's correct.
So that's why these toys suck. Is they're actually supposed to be trash toys that he's upset with. Okay. I'm bumping this movie up a peg.
This is a cool scene.
It
Santas
is.
are funny. They're huge. Some of them are
That
small.
one Santa right
Is
there.
7 foot.
That dude's legitimately 7'5".
Yeah.
Dude, it must be so hard picking people out of a fucking lineup. Like, do you know how many Santas there are on Christmas? Like, how are you gonna do this?
Impossible. Like this is impossible level task.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea how you do that. But yeah, this is the phone call, right, with his brother?
Yes.
Yeah. Where he's just like in it. He's in it. He knows what's going on.
This is all sick. It's just like it's not good when your brother automatically assumes you're the murdering Santa.
So like this whole thing, he constantly alludes to like what he's doing as the tune, like that, and people are gonna fall in line with what he's doing, but like no one's gonna fall in line with murdering bad people. And
Yeah.
for him to think that that's gonna be a thing, and why he's running away, and why people like it's not like I don't know where he thought that was gonna be wildly accepted.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I mean, I guess it just goes to his mental break. But
Exactly.
He's
I
just
think
completely dissociated with what reality is.
yes. Well, this now starts the scene right where he goes to give all the children that he's been watching gifts, but that forms the lynch mob.
Yeah, because like their parents see him
Yes.
out in the streets and they see him giving gifts and the one draws a knife, and the guy actually looks like a New York City
Dude,
thug from the fucking
I
80s.
was thinking that the whole time. I'm like, they could not have cast a more fucking New York.
This is like
80s,
Astoria,
mobster.
Queens in the 80s, like in
Yes.
a nutshell.
Like, this man has ties to the Corleone family. Like, I have no doubt about that. But yeah, they actually I know lynch mob is overused sometimes when we say things, but they get fucking Frankenstein torches and
Oh, yeah.
they go through the streets with torches looking for Santa Claus. It's crazy.
And it is interesting how the kids are still drawn to Santa
Oh,
Claus.
they
and
love
he
it.
loves that.
Yes.
They're protecting him from their parents.
Yes.
Because it's like this creature, this being that's supposed to be so good. He's gonna give them toys that they would go by him over their parents.
It's actually a really well done scene. Even when they back Santa up.
She gives the knife to
Santa.
fucking Santa over him.
And I like that Santa doesn't actually I don't think he stabs him. I think
No, he
pushes
doesn't.
him over and runs.
Yeah.
And I actually like that he won't do any harm in front of the children.
He won't do farm in front of the children. I'd also say that I don't know if this guy that would really deserve it. I mean,
He's protecting his kids,
Yeah,
which is why I don't think he kills him.
yeah,
here.
he doesn't really deserve it.
He just throws him over.
Yeah,
He
exactly. I mean, he continues to lynch mob after, but still.
yeah. But to be fair, they know now he's the murderer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
So yeah, it's intense. He
I would say though the way he's dressed is actually pretty solid.
agreed. It's a really good Santa outfit.
Yeah, they do the Santa outfit well. He kind of looks like a good version of Santa. I like the way it looks in the streets and the way it's shot for a more low budget film. Lynch Mob is here from Halloween.
It's
Halloween
good.
Kills.
It's well done. So basically, he's going to run back to his brother's house. The brother's going to strangle him.
Oh, I actually thought he was dead.
Me too.
I thought he fucking killed him.
Yes. But I was confused. This is where the ending's very confusing because he strangles his brother. He then puts his brother back in the van, but his brother is now alive and drives off. Is the end of the movie, the entire movie, a dream sequence after the strangulation?
I think it's extremely interpretive. I
Yeah.
agree with you. So we can interpret it like he killed his brother because his brother was not good and
Right.
actually evil. We can say that he just put him in the car because he didn't know what to do with them,
right.
and then it ensued the
mob.
the mob chasing him. But also the fact that he believes he's Santa Claus and it's his duty to give toys to good kids and murder bad people. And he's he is the Santa Claus he believes the world needs. So that's my interpretation of it.
Okay.
We'll fast forward this because he definitely is going to get. I do like the concept of the rape van as a sled. It's just an
Yes.
interesting take on Santa Claus.
I completely agree. So then the brother drives away, obviously. The mob chases him while he's in the van. He has to swerve. He swerves off of a bridge. And in my head, I was like, he's going to land in the river and die. But he flies away.
Yeah, this did not get great reception when I was reading the user reviews, because this was the first time watch for me. I kind of think of this ending as what we've said before.
What's in his head and not what actually happened.
It's in his head. He thinks he's doing the greater good. He thinks he's Santa Claus on a sleigh and about to deliver gifts to good kids, and this is the future. I do think he crashes in a ravine and dies a horrible, painful death.
Agreed. Okay. We agree with what the actual ending should be interpreted as. Okay. What a fucking movie. Yeah, it's Happy Christmas. Even though Christmas had passed now, but this movie is it's not a horror. It's a character study on a man losing his mind.
It's more of a drama.
It's a drama more so, but I get it. It's labeled. I get why it's labeled as a holiday horror, I guess. But I don't know. I actually like the main guy, and I like his descent into madness. I think it's well done. I just think it's very slow moving at times, and overall, it has no rewatchability. So I'm gonna I'm going to give this movie a very, very average 5 seagulls.
5 seagulls, huh? What to say about this? Not at all what I thought.
Yes, that is also
That is
fair.
a universal opinion.
Yeah.
I thought this was a clear-cut slasher.
Clear cut. It's not. It's about kind of a sad dude literally losing his mind. I would have loved it if his van didn't fly off at the end.
Agreed. If it just crashed in a ravine.
Yeah, and they showed him dead or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like when I realized it wasn't like gonna be a slasher. I thought this dude was like sort of like a pedo or something, and then I realized I think he just he loves the kids and the kids love him.
Yes.
My opinion, this movie could have shaved off like a solid 25 minutes and it would have been better. This dude, I feel like acting wise, I feel like in all but like maybe one scene, he's in like this whole entire movie.
Yes.
He does a nice job. Yeah, I don't know. Part of this movie just made me sad, but it's not. I'll give it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, like kind of like the same that you guys said. I really did not think that this is what this movie was.
Not at all.
I really did think it was just a clean cut slasher. I thought it was just like a kind of like a Silent Night where disgruntled dude just goes on a killing spree.
Dressed as Santa. Yeah.
But to have this like weird serial killer Santa transformation, I'll give it to you. I think it's really interesting, but like when you watch it, it's not like the most clear when it happens. Like the transformation is not clear. There is a lot, like to Mike's point, there's a lot of him, but watching it again, I even just like talking about it, I think I just picked up on like a trillion more things that I didn't notice just watching it the first time. And while I do respect the vision, the execution I don't think was great, but the main guy does do a really good job of what
Yeah.
is clearly a highly disturbed individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this movie last night as a 4. After talking about it, I'm going to boost it to a 5.
Okay.
Just a light 5, just based on the fact that there is a transformation into, and I really need to pick up on the dolls. He is planning to be Santa. So like the transformation is there, but like it's just not very clear in that development as this movie goes on. So I feel like if they cleaned up some stuff, it could be like a better low budget. But for me, it's really just like a middle of the road movie. However, not what you'd expect if you think this is like your
Right.
typical horror film
This
whatsoever.
movie's definitely not a. There's like 4 kills. It's not a horror. It's this dude. He's just like feels like he had his like childhood taken from him.
Yeah.
So he gets it back, and he truly believes he's Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I didn't like the whole thing. He's always like spying on kids.
It's strange.
It's really disturbing, especially I don't like obviously now like this stuff is so obviously like you it's just like it was always not a good thing obviously for an older person to look at like to spy on kids, but especially now like even a glance at a kid or a comment in a kid in an appropriate way is an immediate red flag.
Yeah.
And we talked about this during Black Phone. He would never get away with this
Oh, no.
today.
Impossible. Oh, to be fair, he didn't get away with it in this, so.
Right. He's eventually chased by a fucking mob.
Yeah.
Then they all have torches. Where'd they get torches?
I was reading some of
Torches.
the comments about it. Obviously, it was very mixed reviews. But I noticed that some people were drawing comparisons to the first Joker movie, where you're kind of going through like the mental collapse of
Yeah.
the Joker.
I think-
I definitely kind of see it.
Yeah, someone said that earlier.
Well, no, I said that he looks
was
like
you,
Joaquin.
yeah.
The brother looked like Joaquin
Joaquin Phoenix.
Phoenix. But like in a way, I can kind of see that it's similar. They show literally the mental collapse over time of
Yeah.
what's going on, whether it's being a clown or being Santa Claus.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, so it's just interesting interesting comparison.
What title do you like more, Christmas Evil or You Better Watch Out? I like Christmas Evil more.
Yeah, me too. It's got a better ring to it.
I mean, I just think it makes more sense because the guy is not altruistic like he thinks. He's,
No.
he's legitimately evil.
Yes.
He's a bad person.
He's literally killed 4 people
Yeah.
on the night of
I
Christmas.
think if it was more of a slasher, then I think it would be the opposite way
yeah,
around.
yeah.
But because it's because it's technically more, I feel like it's more of a Christmas movie at this point, or more of a drama Christmas movie. I think that it would probably.
I think maybe the reception because obviously it's definitely a lower budget movie even for the time, and I think you're right. Like maybe obviously it's You Better Watch Out is the name of the movie. It's what pops up on the title screen, but You Better Watch Out is, like you said, it's more of a slasher. Like, hey, like I'm gonna creep away and like kill you from the bushes or the street or the alley. This is like Christmas Evil. It's a depiction of someone becoming an evil an evil person.
So Necronomicon is going to be kind of easy because it's either the 3 people at the church or the employee. So I'm going to go with the employee in the bed with a star.
It's either that or the dude that gets it in the eye.
Oh, with the nutcracker?
That is pretty brutal.
But like that dude's, he's irrelevant.
Yeah, that's why I think the coworker gets it because he's kind of what really
He
started
really sets,
him off.
yeah. Like,
I mean, he's the
big
kill he goes
time.
to immediately. He singles him out.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go with that guy.
Yeah, agreed.
Coworker. Now I know we've talked about you and whether you deserved it or not, and I said you did, but then Brian said you can't kill someone for being an asshole once.
I think Mike said that.
It was Mike? I knew someone said it, but I'm gonna say you can, because like sometimes someone cuts you off in traffic, and that just means it's their time to go. Like they need to get Christmas eviled, right?
So you might think Shane he's absolutely not kidding. Right?
I'm saying, like, it might be their time. Like, they can't just be cutting people off in traffic. Sometimes you need a killer Santa to sort out the naughty people, right?
I once heard Shane say to a guy who was driving poorly in traffic that he wanted to eliminate his lineage.
I was really upset. But anyway, the coworker, you have sparked this debate, and for that we have to honor you. I love a good debate, so we got to put him in the Necronomicon. Sometime your lineage needs to be destroyed. There you go. Guys, the Christmas season is over.
Twas a good time.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was. 'Twas a really good time. The turtle dove a dancing kind of time.
Oh my goodness. 'Twas the month after December.
Yes.
And we are doing something.
So we are going to do what we always do. We're going to do another New Year's horror movie. We did Terror Train. We've done New Year's Evil. Just fucking kidding.
No, we're not.
We're going completely batshit crazy. We're doing a new theme month, something we've been in the works for a while. We are doing...
TMZ presents the downfall of Diddy.
No.
Oh.
We are doing... This is a staple for movie industry ever. January, always considered the dumping ground of movies. So we're doing the dumping ground of horror. We're doing Bad Horror Movie January.
Oh, God. It is going to be a month of horrible, horrible movies and horror for the last fucking 50 years.
So we are going to start off with a bang. We are doing Doom, the one starring The Rock.
The 05 Doom.
Yes. Carl Urban.
It's already
Richard Blake.
Break.
The Rock. Rosamund Pike.
She's in there? Oh, that's right.
She's the girl scientist. And yeah. So strap in because Bad Movie January is going to be
Revolutionary
lit.
video game, not revolutionary film.
Correct. This is one of the movies that really sandbagged the video game adaptions. It was kind of killed off after this one because if The Rock couldn't do it, no one could. So with that said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week where I'm going to need to strip search you real quick. So if you could just take your clothes off, that'd be great.
Ooh, you know where to find us. That would be www.thefinalpodcast.com. weekly horror movie reviews every Monday from the crew here. Please make sure to subscribe on the YouTube and give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify if you'd be so kind and obliged to do that. We'll be back next week. Please drop a note in the Discord and also an email to finalpodcast@yahoo.com for any recommendations. See you next week. Evil.